Hey everyone, this is Barry 3D from the iConis podcast. Hope you're all doing well. Remember, like, subscribe, and share. Don't let the show be a secret. I'm doing another unboxing video because I've gotten some more to my collection here. Going forward to go now with Brainiac. I know this has been a hot item also. And I said, we need one, definitely more villains in this lineup. So come on, Todd, gotta give us more villains. And two, ships. We need more ships, and I'm looking forward to a playset. I'm not sure what playset they'll go with. Obviously, it's hopefully something similar to the Hall of Justice. But till then, to the powers that be to decide it, here we are. So we are talking about Brainiac. So as you can see here, I got Brainiac, I got his skull ship. And interesting, I'm curious to see how this is going to fit all together. As we can see, once again, there's no window on the box, but we know that this is what he does. Keeps the price point down on that. And here, let's take a look here at the back. The back has... So it's got all the current figures along with the two ships, Blue Beetle and the Skull ship. It doesn't show the black label Brainiac at the back of this, and it shows the Batman Whirlybird. So there we go. And you got the information card on the back. So you get the Brainiac's unquenchable thirst for the absolute knowledge, regardless of the billions of innocent lives which might have been destroyed in the process, has made him one of the deadliest villains in the universe, the universe has ever seen. So he's had many different origins, many different retcons. Let's just get back to it. Brainiac made his first appearance in Action Comics of issue number 242. So Action Comics 242 in July 10th of 1958. Amazing. His alter ego started off with a name at first, which was Vrel Dox. So Vrel Dox was his name. He was a Colulian artificial intelligence, that's the species, from the place of Colu, which if you keep track of it, that's also the same place where our famous Brainiac 5 came from the Legion of Superheroes. So if you follow the Legion of Superheroes or Superboy and the Legion of Superheroes, this is where it all came to light from him. And he started off with, as I said, a humanoid figure. So it's interesting to see that this is the ship they gave him at first, which was more the robotic ship, but gave him more his humanoid figure in the beginning. I thought they would give the ship a different kind of aesthetic to it, but that's all right. So it's a mix of both. I hope that one day they actually make, maybe in one of the newer lines, the robotic looking Brainiac. Till then, as you can see here, till then, we'll figure this out. And just before I unbox all this stuff, if you ever want to know where I end up buying these items from, it's very simple. I get these items from CMD Store. So CMD Store, they're online. You can order online. If you're in Montreal, you can go by and pick them up. They're super friendly. And you know what? I can do better than that. Let me show you. CMD Store. Hey everyone, this is Barry 3D from the iConis podcast, and I'm just letting you know where I get my toys from when you see me doing my unboxing videos. So there's a CMD Store. They're located online. You can find that at cmdstore.ca or .com. They do ship all over North America, so that's for Canadian and US. I'm not sure if they ship outside of that, but you can always ask them and see what they say. And their site is so cool because they're located in Ville-Saint-Laurent, right here in Montreal, Quebec. You could just simply show up to the store during store hours, pick up what you want if you know what they have, what you want. You can always check out their online store. Here's just a quick peek of what I'm looking around. You can place an order online, pick it up that same day. You can show up there and just pick up the order right away. Or if you're out of town like I am, at times you can just place that order and they'll ship it out to you. They are super friendly, very open, and they have everything from Transformers to G.I. Joe to, here we go, Blue Beetle, to DC superpowers. Anything you can find, they have it. And this is just a small piece of their collection. Fungo Pops, Dragon Sword, Flute, Slash Knife, helmets from Star Wars. They have it all covered. X-Men figures. The list goes on and on and on. So because of this setup, this is why they're able to do what they do. They have it all in there, and this is just a fraction of what they have on site. They do show up to a lot of conventions too, so you can always place orders or buy items from the comic book conventions when they're in town. My brother was the one that told me all about this, so this is a store to really check out online one way or the other, or their Facebook page, and let them know you heard about them you heard about them on the iConis podcast through Barry 3D. So if you want to know where I get my toys from, this is it, CMD Store. And I give a thumbs up. So once again, you see my little walkthrough of CMD toys. That's really interesting. They have so much there, but we're going to get back to Brainiac. So pretty much Brainiac has been around for a long time in the DC universe. He's been a part of the Anti-Justice League, Legion of Doom. You've seen him in his Superpowers collection. You see him in every iteration of Superman, regardless of what retcon story they've gone with, to the points where at times he starts off, you see him here with the green skin. He comes off you know, from the planet Clue. And then they've changed it where he came from Krypton and he was a program that was sent to amass knowledge and be an infiltration unit to other planets, you know, and then he had like a sidekick, which was Brainiac 2, and that spirals into a whole story. He even had a pet monkey at one point, you know, go figure. You know, it was 1958. Let's just say every superhero, supervillain had a pet, okay? It worked for Dr. No. It's going to work here for this guy too. All that being said, this is where we come down to with this character. I've never seen a Earth 2 version of him, but definitely an Earth 1. You know, Brainiac is where he's been the most. Very evil. So he's got a 12th level intelligence. Now, what does that mean? It means he's the smartest person around. Now, at one point, he was capped off at a 10th level, but then, of course, teaming up with Lex Luthor was able to augment that to a true 12th level intelligence, but they put in blockers in there that Brainiac would not turn against him and couldn't do any harm to him. It's almost like RoboCop with the protocols, right? Now we get down to it. He was able to break free with that. And at one point he got captured like usual. You know, the heroes always capture the villains. And then he was able to get free. And when he got free, he was able to upload his body, just like Ultron from the Avengers. Upload his mind, his consciousness into a new body. And in one of them, he was trapped on a planet and he caused the sun to go supernova. Evil. He uploaded his mind into a new body. It was within the planet, which was like, you know, it's all digitized. He made himself that robotic body, and he was able to construct his skull ship, which totally functions on his body. Now, the issue with him and Superman is he turned around and he got the city of Kandor, which was one of the surviving cities on Krypton. He shrunk it down and he kept it. And it seems that no matter how much Superman has fought him, actually acquired the city of Kandor from Brainiac and put it in his Fortress of Solitude, he's not able to restore it to its proper height. So there's different storylines of what happens with that. So all that being said, we're going to get down here and we're going to crack this baby open. Got Brainiac out the box. He looks cool. I don't think there's a figure that needed any other accessories with it, especially the fact that we knew that he was coming along with his own craft. So Brainiac is not a person that ever had a gun, so to speak, or power armor or any other accessories that he needed, like, you know, a grappler hook, a trident. So having the figure just like that is really awesome. They had great detail on his head with his little skull cap and the dots on there where it shows that everything would just kind of log into him. And, you know, I mean, I'm sure someone could probably turn around and make this figure more I guess, Brainiac 5 figure if they had to turn around and do it. So I know there's a lot of people that modify these, and that would be awesome to see a Brainiac 5 maybe off this body scale and see how that turned out. Now we're going to undo this ship and see what's going on here. So long, Brainiac, and let's get into our skull ship. So I'm just opening up the skull ship right now, and let's get into it. The skull ship made its first appearance in Action Comics 544 in June of 1983, which means the skull ship is a Gemini. Well, look at that. That is awesome, because you know how I feel about Geminis, because I am one. So let's see what's in this box to go with. So pretty much we got the skull ship itself, and we got the legs. So just pretty much same thing like Blue Beetle's bug. It was the ship itself. The box is smaller, so the box reminds me of roughly the same size as the bat wing from Batman. And we have the important things here that we can see. So we're going to open this up. Oh, I didn't realize this. So the skull ship has wheels underneath it, and it seems when the wheels move that it causes the arms, when we attach them, to start moving. So from the front of it, we see what the skull ship looks like. It serves its purpose. It does what it's supposed to do, right? I like how it's a see-through thing here. And I know I saw one online where someone, I guess maybe they made their own. So it was a huge one where it actually had Brainiac sit down inside of it, and he was able to just, like, you know, close the top of it. But the size of that was a lot bigger than this scale. Now, keep in mind, price point. So, you know, it'd be kind of cool if Todd McFarlane did something on a bigger scale for that with the other, you know, to scale skull ship. Let's just call it that way, the skull ship. But I think that would be more for the collectors. And I know this is kind of collectors. Started off, you know, for collectors somewhat, and then getting into the toys for kids, right? You want to have those to share them with your kids going forward so everyone can kind of share. But collectors being collectors, well, guess what? We want those too when we put them in our collection. I know I do. I'm not the only one. Henceforth, while we're doing the unboxing. So happy about this one. So, you know, once again, very simple. There's no real system to it. Everything just kind of snaps into place on these little leg parts here. And we'll see how it comes out. You put it on like it makes the most sense. You know, don't need any kind of instruction to kind of figure out what goes where and kind of get that going. And it seems to be a good number of them too. It's all these little squid legs. All right, then let's get this together. So the cool thing is in each side, it tells you where to go, be it if it's on the right side or left side, you'll see little numbers in there. And now you can know if it's in the first, second, third, or fourth position on which side, which once again, really smart. So you can see it here. I got most of them on. I'm putting the last one on. So L4 to L4. Makes that a lot easier. And of course, when it causes it to move, the tentacles end up moving. That is awesome. And you can put Brainiac in here in two positions. So you can either have him standing up to lord over everybody like he likes to do, or you can actually put him also in the sitting down position. I think there's room to have him sitting down. But the only thing is you got to keep in mind is that there's only room for one figure in here. So most of the times I know most of the figures are in here. I wish it had a little bit of a canopy to totally cover it, like a little see-through dome. I think that would have added more to it. And seeing how we have some of the bigger figures in the line, right? So we do have the Blue Beetle's bug, which is bigger, Superman, the Supermobile, which is longer. I think if we had a little bit of a canopy, same thing as a side here, like a see-through thing, it would actually, you know, or part see-through and that you can actually close down, I think it would add more to it. So that would have been my thing, because I think partly this could have been a little bit bigger overall. But here we go. So we have Brainiac's machine. I don't know where the shrinking ray is at, but I'm sure it's one of these buttons on the console. And here's another tidbit for you. You thought the video was almost done? No, it isn't. Because not only do I have the Brainiac ship, I got the gold label Brainiac with skull ship. So as you can see on the box, he's got a different look on the box. He's got the, you know, the black outfit, the purple cape. He's got a little goatee going on there. He's got some style going on. And this is kind of going back to a 1992 Superman crossover event, Panic in the Sky from DC Comics, where Brainiac emerges as an formidable threat to the universe. And he unleashes chaos and destruction all over, just to kind of get this going. And it kind of crossed into Superman, Man of Steel, to Adventures of Superman, to the Justice League, and other heroes banded together to combat this cosmic menace as the team faced their greatest challenges yet. So this is what McFarlane did to show that line there and put it all together. So still the same thing. It's still Brainiac. It's just Brainiac upgraded. And it's funny because Brainiac, like our show, has something that's really in common here. So I'm going to open this up. Brainiac, like our show, has something in common. What do you have in common? Very simple. Brainiac is two words mixed together to make the character's name. Brain and Maniac. And for our show, it's icon and is, because the icon is this unboxing. So that's how we got the name iConis. And that's how we go about it. So now if we open this up, which is nice, right away we see the legs. We see Brainiac in here with this updated look. He's got a cape very similar to Superman. And if you remember the Superman unboxing video, I'm glad that there's no little tack holding it in there like how they did Batman's. It's just through the slot. You open them up, and here we got a nice close-up picture of the all black. The goatee is what sells it for me. You know, Brainiac went and got some swag. There we go. So we're going to keep this character here. Let's see what else is in this box. Obviously, these are the legs, and they'll be numbered from, you know, L1 to L4, and then R1 to R4 for a left and right side. And there's no need to figure out, okay, which side is the left or right, depending on how you're looking at the ship. It's going to come down to, very simply, just flipping this bad boy over and seeing on the bottom. So they've marked all of this to make it easy for everyone to figure out. And I know putting these things on, you might figure, oh, I don't want to press too hard because I don't want to break it. But the beauty of this is, these are all durable, 100%, you know, he made them, but they're not fragile at all. You don't have to be that gentle when you're doing it. I'm trying to keep it gentle so I'm not making too much noise when you see me opening these up. But they were made to be used. Here we go. So, as you can see, the difference is green, purple, and black. Nice combination. It represents the Cosmic Brainiac. I'm going to go with that name from now on. Cosmic Brainiac. And it puts it together. And I'm going to put this all together. And I will see you in a second. All right. So now we're putting on the last leg here. This makes sense. Now what's awesome is if you look at it from the top here. Trying to get my fingers out the way. If you look at it from the top down, you can see they got a nice design with the black and the purple on all the tentacles, unlike this one, which is just a straight silver. So that is cool. Talking about going head to head, came out a lot more easier than the ones that are in the box itself. You know, I find the newer packages have them really on there tight. The cape is removable, but why remove a cape? And there's nothing wrong, you know, with a villain in a cape. I said he's got a cape, he's got the goatee going on there, he's got some flair, right? And it's pretty much decent. So, and the legs do bend. The legs do bend. So we got articulation there with the knee joints, but we're going to get him right into here. So getting him in with the cape might be a little bit, you know, difficult. However you want to make him sit down, unless you want the cape over when he's sitting. But there you go. Now you got, you know, Brainiac and Brainiac. I think the only thing that we're missing, and I know it was in the original line, is the metal body Brainiac. So, if he makes metal body Brainiac, I don't know what accessory you give him. Maybe a little tiny bottle city of Candor for Superman to turn around and finally get back eventually, depending how you want to do it. But here we go. So right now, as I said, we have the classic, you know, we have the classic Brainiac ship, and we've got the cosmic one, as I like to call it, on the unboxing of the iConis podcast. Once again, everybody, thank you for tuning in. And remember, this whole world was created by a pencil, a piece of paper, and lots of imagination. Keep on dreaming. Namaste. And if you see a robot in the sky, just run. Take no chances. Drones are everywhere.